We are nearing the end of day one of the federal government shutdown after the Senate failed to pass a funding bill again. With Congress closed tomorrow, this shutdown will last at least 2 days. Reporter Monica Alba has the latest on what we can expect.
The reality of a government shutdown rippling across the country today.
Just get your business done and get on with life.
Some of the nation's most iconic parks, monuments, and museums closed, leaving tourists disappointed.
I did not think that they would shut down the government, and yes, very disappointed.
But they did. Now Democrats and Republicans in full-on finger-pointing.
And they have taken the American people hostage in a way that they think benefits them politically.
We are on the brink of a healthcare crisis. And so that's what we're standing up for. And we are standing up for those American workers.
The standing rules of the Senate.
Senators again today failing to pass measures that would reopen the government. The main sticking point, healthcare. Democrats want to negotiate now to restore funds to Medicaid and extend subsidies for Obamacare. Those expire at the end of the year, and analysts say without them, premiums will skyrocket. Republicans say they want to negotiate that later. With both sides digging in, Americans are weighing in.
If they would just look out what's best for everybody and just get down to business.
For now, emergency services will continue to operate. But this shutdown does impact a large swath of the federal government. Late today, NBC News learning the Office of Management and Budget Director told House Republicans the administration will begin reduction in force plans in 1 to 2 days.
We're not targeting federal agencies based on politics. We're targeting the people's government so that as much as possible of the essential services can continue to function.
Many others, like TSA officers at airports, will work, but without pay. One tourist in the nation's capital stressing this.
Trump, please get it open before I go back to Dallas on Saturday.
But that wish is unlikely to be granted. Even if the Senate can come to an agreement on how to reopen the government, the House isn't scheduled to come back until next week. Monica Alba, NBC News, Washington.
In national parks across America, we are seeing a variety of services cut back or shuttered.
10 News reporter Lauren Davis takes us to the most visited national park for the impact in the Smokies.
The government has officially shut down, and as a result, so has some of its services through the National Park Service, including at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I'm here at the Sugar Lands Visitor Center, and it's one of the facilities that is closed. While the bathrooms at the center were open, the doors to the Visitor Center were not. Many travelers were disappointed to not be able to go inside the building.
We're just very disappointed. We saw in the news this morning that the government was shutting down, but we didn't even think about it affecting the park.
Cades Cove Loop, picnic area, and visitor center are also closed. You can find a list of the closures on the Great Smoky Mountains National Park website. Reporting in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park at the Sugar Lands Visitor Center, I'm Lauren Davis.
And coming up on 10 News at 6, we will hear from employees at another visitor center that is open, how they expect the shutdown to impact their business, and that's coming up in the next hour.
Let's talk about what is open. The federal government is set to stay open during this shutdown in places. We're talking about business as usual at courthouses, as well as the post office, federal, state, and local courthouses, again, all continuing to operate.
The military and federal law enforcement agencies will continue to work as well without pay through the shutdown. That includes the National Guard deployed to Memphis, Oregon, and Washington, D.C. And at airports across the country, TSA workers are expected to continue to work.
So again, we're in the first hours of this federal government shutdown, and no sign of compromise. Republicans and Democrats continue to pin the blame on each other for the shutdown. A central concern in this issue is health care.
Democrats in both the House and the Senate posted a joint statement today with broad criticism. They said President Trump and Republicans do not want to protect the health care of the American people.
Here's the counterclaim from East Tennessee Republican Tim Burchett. In a social post, he offers specific criticism, saying Democrats blocked the government funding bill to fund health care for illegal immigrants. It's a talking point repeated by his Republican colleagues in Tennessee and beyond.
Now, we looked into that key claim. NBC News is reporting this history lesson. Under the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996, undocumented immigrants are mostly ineligible for federal public benefits, and that includes health care.
Democrats are trying to restore health care, as we learned, for people in the country under the status who are lawfully present. That is an umbrella term, including refugees, asylum seekers, and people with deferred action for childhood arrivals, known as DACA.
On the whole, that group hasn't earned permanent status, but the government knows who they are, and under current law, they are in this country legally.